Price here with Healthy Fit, and this is Stretch, Mobility, and Recovery. Thank you for joining me for our Thanksgiving edition, and our theme today is thankfulness. I am so thankful for each and every one of you, and I'm thankful for the gift of good health and the opportunity to serve each and every one of you. Let's come to the floor or seated in our chair. We do have a chair here for chair options. I will be demonstrating those. If you're not getting down on the floor, be prepared to use the chair. Just make sure that it does not shift as you lean on it, because when we go into our sun salutations and plank, I don't want it to shift on you. That could be dangerous. I have a mat for our floor positions as well as our roll get activator. If you don't have an activator, this is a great tool for self-myofascial release. You can use a tennis ball, a lacrosse ball, racquetball, whatever you have handy. We're going to use that at the beginning for our foot fitness. I also have some peppermint oil. You can use any kind of oil. If you're trying to relax today, you're a little bit stressed out, you can use a lavender or oil or something that is going to calm and relax you. I'm a little fatigued, so I'm using peppermint oil, which will be invigorating and really help with my sinuses as well. We're going to start either seated in our chair or on the mat. Find a comfortable position. We want to make sure our sits bones are evenly placed on the mat. Nice tall posture, like you have a string coming up from your head, extending your vertebrae, stacking each one of your vertebrae nice and tall, engaging the core all the way around your torso for that good position. Close your eyes and become aware of the interior spaces of your being. Notice how this simple act creates a subtle shift from externalized to internalized awareness. Deepen your breath. Make it slow and smooth. We're going to practice bellows breath today. Full deep inhales, really expanding our rib cage, breathing down into our thoracopelvic cylinder below your belly button. Feel that area expand, and as you exhale, blow out all the air from your abdomen, your lungs, and your chest. Nice deep breaths. You should feel your rib cage expanding not only from the sides, but the front and the back of your body. Receive every inhale as an affirmation and empowerment. Release every exhale as a deep healing and letting go. Inhaling thankfulness and gratitude. Exhaling those other thoughts. Deepen your awareness of your body. Send your breath to all of the outer edges of your body, flooding all of the inner space. Connect now with the earth, whether you're seated in a chair or on your mat. Feel the earth supporting you as you sit. Begin to silently say I on your in-breath and am on your out-breath. This simple affirmation is a yoga pose for stilling your mind. Bring your consciousness down to the light of your heart. Visualize a light, like a candle flame, right behind your breastbone. Breathe deeply into this light, feeling more radiant with every breath. Give yourself the gift of just being here, now, in this eternal moment. Taking time for yourself at this busy season is so important. Having the health and the opportunity to do so. In your body, in your breath, in connection with the earth, in the light of your heart. Remember that you have always been and always will be completely connected, indigenous wherever you go, and one with all that is. You are one with all that is. Let's give thanks to the Lord because He is good. Starting with our foot release now. Grab your ball. I'm going to use the textured side of my activator, pushing into my heel, rotating that quarter twist and release. Working and kneading up through the foot, up to the metatarsal heads. I'm going to do that on the other side as well. Coming to a standing position now, using your chair for balance if needed. We're going to stand on the ball with one foot, spreading our toes over top of the ball, stretching out your foot, pressing into the metatarsal heads, and in the arch of the foot you can even move and rotate the ball around your foot. So our fascia tissue is like Velcro, and the fibers can get stuck and bound, and we want to release that and allow for better mobility and movement and reduce pain. Moving on to the heel, and then we're going to switch to the other foot. Again, starting at the toes, stretching out those toes through the metatarsal heads, the ball of the foot, pressing through the heel. Let's come back down to a seated position. If you're using oils today, you can put a few drops on your fingertips. I'm going to massage through the ankle area, pinching this Achilles. You don't need a lot of oil. Rubbing around. You can even rub some on the bottom of your foot and massage through the base of your foot. Making sure though that you're going to wipe off your foot or dry it with a towel if there's any leftover non-absorbed oil so that you don't get slippery on your mat. Let's just take our toes, take the first two toes and spread them apart left and right like they're walking, and then move down. We're going to do that for each toe a couple times. Kind of like a piggy stretch. In opposite directions. Alright. You can also put some oil on your wrists. As we do our sun salutations, you'll be able to inhale that oil, and I'm going to put a tiny bit under my nose for some nice big inhales. If you're super sensitive to peppermint, that might be a little bit strong, but it's great for reducing congestion. Let's take our feet shoulder width apart. We're going to start by lifting our big toe off the mat, lift and lower. Now let's lift all the toes, spread them as much as you can, and then put them down, squeezing onto the mat. Lift, spread, down, and squeeze into the mat. Walking now your feet to the inside and outside. You can look down at your feet. Notice as you do this where the tightness is or the discomfort in your ankles. One more foot exercise here. We're going to bend our foot forward, spreading and pressing our feet, our toe pads into the mat. Let's do that on the other side. Feel that good stretch through the top of your foot and your toes. Going into a wrist stretch, I'm going to get down on the floor. If you're not getting down on the floor, you can do this on a table or bench. We're going to start with our arms out to the side. So our thumbs are facing front and our fingers to the side. We're in a tabletop position, rocking from side to side, from the left side of your mat to the right side of your mat, side to side. 2 more. Now let's take our hands to the front. So our pointer fingers are facing front and our thumbs are facing each other. As we get into these positions, this is good practice for plank. Our palms should kind of be doming on the mat and our fingers should be pressing into the mat. We're going to lean forward and back. Notice if you're having any discomfort, cease the stretch or lighten up the pressure on the wrist or reduce the range of motion. Lastly, we're going to put our fingertips towards our body, doing that same stretch, rocking back and forth. You're going to feel this all up the back of the arm. Great stretch here. Again, everyone's stretching ability is different. Move with your body. See what feels good. Shake it out, shake it out. So for the rest of the workout, we are going to alternate between a sun salutation and then a stretch, mobility, or recovery exercise. For those of you who aren't getting on the floor and using the chair, your sun salutation is going to look something like this, or our variations are always going to start with an inhale, exhale, forward fold, half lift, and then we're going to step out to plank. We want to make sure that your nice long spine looking in front of you, your chair is not shifting into our plank. When we go into down dog, you're always going to push back into your glutes, feeling that good stretch on the back of the leg. All right, everybody ready? Coming to the front of your mat, finding your center and focus. Set your intention for gratitude in today's series. As we go through the movements, practice nice deep breaths. Remember those positive affirmations. Finding your feet grounded, shoulder width apart. Big inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, shoulders back. Exhale, step it out to plank away from your chair on your knees or toes. Elbows in, chaturanga, down to the mat. Up dog. You can come up to the tops of your feet here if you'd like. Shoulders away from your ears. Curl those toes under, push back into your down dog. Let's pedal those legs, bending your right leg, and then your left, right, and left, pushing those heels down towards the floor or the mat. Step it in. Big inhale up. Great job. We're coming down to the floor into a reclining hero pose. If you're not getting down the floor, I want you to arch your back. Hands are going to be supporting yourself on your lower thighs, leaning back like so, stretching out your back. Otherwise, come down to a kneeling position. Your feet are slightly wide because your bottom is going to come down in between your legs. This is a reclining hero. So as we lean back, I'm going to take my feet a little bit wider. We can either press up like this towards the sky or come down a little bit lower into an elbow. Lifting your bottom off the floor, stretching out your quads. Again, your other option is your higher option right here. Couple more breaths, bring it down. Back to our sun salutation. Big inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Hold it here at the forward fold. You can cross your arms if you'd like, or you're supporting yourself on the chair, or hands on the floor. Bending your knees and straightening. What I want to see is that hamstring stretch right here. Feel it in the back of your legs. One more. Roll it up one vertebrae at a time. Another shoulder roll. Our next posture is Camel Pose. If you are not getting down on the floor, we're going to do like a half camel. I want you to reach one arm up, reaching back, arching your back. And then you're going to switch, holding for 4 seconds at a time. Otherwise, come back down to the mat. Resting your bottom onto your heels, leaning back, reach one arm up. Now you have the option of putting your hand actually on your wrist, or your ankle rather. Nice arch in the back. Feeling that good stretch all the way up this hip flexor and quad. Let's do that on the other side. Nicely done. Come on up. Sun salutation. Now let me show you on the chair. When we go to the plank, stepping forward into a runner's lunge here. Then we're going to inhale and exhale before we step back to our plank. So you'll be stepping to the left and the right of your chair. Big inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, shoulders back. Exhale, step it out to plank. Pressing your palms through the palms into the mat. Stacking those shoulders in your plank. You could also be on your knees here. Your choice. Step forward into a runner's lunge. Sink into that stretch. Coming on up, high lunge. Exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Allow your breath to dictate your movement. Come on down, back down to the floor. Coming back into your plank. Step it in. We're going to repeat that on the other side. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, shoulders back. Exhale, step it out to plank. Soft elbows pressing through the palms. Step forward, runner's lunge on the other side. Again, you could be on your knee here. Sink into that stretch. Come on up. High lunge. Exhale. Nice full breaths. I want you to exude gratitude. Last one. Coming down to the floor, back into your plank. Step it in, shoulder roll. Again, we're alternating on the floor. We're going into a bow pose. If you're not getting on the floor, I want you to do a quad stretch right here. One leg, and then you're gonna switch. On your belly. Reach back. Same arm and leg. Pressing that foot up. We're starting with one leg. Let's do the other leg. Press. I like to have my other arm forward. Now you can continue to alternate or grab both legs and press. Breathe through the stretch, looking right in front of you on the mat. Press your tops of your feet into your palms. Release. Step it in. Back to our sun salutations. Let me show you the chair option for the next one. From the plank, down dog, single leg dog, ankle connect. We're gonna tap, lift the leg, and tap. We'll be doing that on each side, just like we did with our last sun salutation. Big inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, shoulders back. Exhale, step it out to plank. Push back into your down dog. Press those heels into the mat. Extend your first leg, single leg dog. Ankle connect. Transferring your weight and shifting to the front. If you're on your knee, it's going to look like this. Exhale as you transfer your weight into the plank. Step it in this time. We're going to repeat that on the other side. Big exhale. Flat back. Exhale, step it out to plank on your knees or toes. Pushing back into down dog. Dropping to one knee if you wish. Right here, your option. Single leg dog, ankle connect. Transferring your weight as you exhale. Step it in. Nicely done. Big shoulder roll. Going into a squat here with prayer. Feet are shoulder width apart. Nice flat back. As we step back, we're going to rotate into lunge. If you're using the chair for balance, have it on the side or have it in front of you so you can step back and rotate. Step back and rotate. As we rotate, we're twisting into our knee as we go into that lunge. Twist. Sinking into that lunge. Take your time on the squat. Weight is in your heels. Keep those heels on the floor. One more on each side. Sun salutation. We're going to plank, knee to same elbow. Okay? Big inhale. Let's do this. Exhale. Forward fold down. Half lift, shoulders back. Exhale, step it out to plank. On your knees or toes, bring your knee to your elbow. Plank, knee to elbow. Exhale as you drive that knee towards the elbow. We've got 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it in. Big shoulder roll. Going into a bridge or a wheel. If you're not getting on the floor, I would recommend doing this on a wall, leaning up against the wall, and then stepping back away to allow you to press up into that bridge. You might also be able to do it on a bench or a low table if you have that available. Feet are shoulder width apart, rolling back down, laying flat, hands are beside you, pressing up into that bridge, squeezing the glute, creating a nice long line from your tailbone all the way up to your neck. Feeling your lower back of your core engaged. Let's drop it down and up for 8, 7, 6. We're not resting at the bottom. Squeeze those glutes at the top. 2, 1. Hold it right there, or if you'd like to go into wheel, we want to put our hands beside our neck and press off. Salutation. Now we're going to be going into bear this time. So if you're using the chair, you're going to plank, and then you're going to step into a squat. Stepping back into plank, stepping into a sumo squat. Everyone else join me on the mat. Big inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, shoulders back. Exhale, step it out to plank. On your knees or toes, nice long line through the spine, looking right in front of you. Let's step it into bear. Knees are hovering right above the mat, core is engaged, flat back. Step it back to plank. And bear. Take your time. The closer your knees are to the mat, the more core engagement. Last time. Hold the plank, step it in. Big shoulder roll. Stepping back into warrior one. I'm going to start with my left leg front. You can use the chair in front of you for balance if you'd like. Shoulders up. Sink down into it. Shoulders away from the ears, arms are up. Looking straight ahead, staying focused. Giving thanks for everything that you have today. Each and every blessing. Going into reverse warrior, take this back arm to the back leg. Sink into it further. Looking at this hand now above us. In the sky. Step it in. We're going to do the other side after our sun salutation. Let me show you on the mat, or on the chair rather, what our sun salutation is going to look like here. We're going to go from plank to down dog, reaching towards your knee, shin, or foot. Plank, down dog, reach. Here we go. Big inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Nice deep breaths. Big inhale, half lift. Exhale, step it out to plank. On your knees or toes, pressing through the palms, soft elbows. Push your heels back towards the mat. Down dog. Reach for that knee, shin, or ankle. Plank. Now the lower you reach on your leg, the greater the stretch you're gonna feel. So play around with it. See what feels good for you today. Honor your body. This is restorative and stretching, and everyone is at a different place. If you're on your plank here, you're going into your down dog to reach. One more. Step it in. Big shoulder roll. Warrior one on the other side. Stepping back. Your feet are like train tracks. Bring your arms up, sink down into that. Shoulders away from your ears. Nice and strong. Focused. Bring that outside arm to the back of the leg. Look up at that hand now. Sink into it a little bit deeper. Step it in. Our next sun salutation is going to feature cross-body mountain climbers. If you're on the chair, you're driving to the outside elbow, across your body. Big inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, shoulders back. Exhale, step it out to plank on your knees or toes. So if you're on your knees, you're still going to drive your knee towards the opposite elbow. Exhaling as you do. Slow and controlled, pressing your palms into the mat. Four, three, two, one. Step it in. Big shoulder roll. Right angle to triangle. If you're using your chair for balance, it's right in front of you. We can have our hand on our quad, reaching down for our calf or on the floor in our right angle. I'm going to scoot back a little bit more. My legs are nice and long, sinking into that posture, stacking hand, shoulder, shoulder, hand. Let's come on up. Push back into your glute here, straightening this leg without locking the knee. Triangle pose, making your body flat like a piece of toast. Again, your hand is on your quad, your calf, or the floor. Feeling that good stretch in the back of that front leg, yes? Step it in. We're gonna do side two after our next sun salutation. Big inhale, exhale, forward fold. Half lift, shoulders back. Exhale, step it out to plank. Elbows in, chaturanga. Up dog. Thighs are on the floor, or you can come up to your tops of your feet, pushing back into down dog. Pressing your heels into the floor. Step it in. Roll it up. Going into your right angle on the other side. Front leg is bent, leaning on the quad, the calf, or the ground. Stacking your hand, shoulder, shoulder, hand. Sink into that stretch. Come on up. Push back into that glute. Shifting the weight back, feeling the good stretch there already. Tipping into your quad, calf, or the floor. Make your body flat, like a piece of toast. Going in that toaster. Give me a big smile. Doesn't that feel good? And step it in. Going into our next move is an inversion. This is our last move before our savasana. So if you're not doing the inversion today, you can certainly sit in the chair, nice and relaxed, or you can lay flat on your back, up against the wall, placing I don't have obviously a wall here. Placing your legs up on the wall, that's your other option. Or you can go into a headstand or handstand. I'm not going to go into a tutorial on handstands today, but I will do the headstand for you. So for the headstand, if you're unsure about your stability, it's best to do this movement on a wall. We're going to make a tripod with our hands, pressing them into the floor just like we did when we were doing our plank. Now our head is going to be the top of our triangle. When you're ready, you're going to push up onto your feet. You can start here or extend up. Engaging your core, squeezing your legs nice and tight, pointing your toes. Bring it on down. It's great to practice that on a wall for your own stability, but it's great for your body's physiology to go inverted. So I encourage you to either try a headstand or just invert your feet up along the wall for a few minutes. It's a good practice for your body's physiology. Let's come to a relaxation pose. If you are in your chair, I want your feet firmly on the floor in front of you. You can lean back into the chair and place your hands comfortably on your lap. Otherwise, find a comfortable lying position. If you're somewhere that it's cold, maybe you place a blanket over you. If you think you're going to get a chill, it's a glorious day here. I certainly don't need a blanket today. So as you're finding your comfortable position, let's slightly part our lips and relax our jaw. Allow the air to breathe you now. No effort at all. The air breathing you. Let's take notice of our body and how you feel now. All of the outer edges, all of the inner space, where your body's meeting the chair or the mat. Feel the support of the earth. Your whole body supported. Your whole body fully relaxing into that support. Fully relaxing into that support. Gently now, without any effort or movement, bring all of your awareness to your toes. All 10 toes. Be aware of your toes. The soles of your feet. Awareness at the soles of your feet. Now the tops of your feet. Your ankles, shins, and calves. Your knees, your thighs, both hips. Be aware of your hips. Your body calm and relaxed, fully supported. The air breathing you. Bring awareness now to your lower back, your mid-back, your shoulder blades, and where they may be touching the mat, your upper back, releasing any tension that you might have remaining there. The back of your neck, the back of your head, where it's resting on the ground, the crown of your head, your forehead. Relax any tension that you have in your forehead. Be aware now of both ears, your temples, your eyebrows, both eyes, relaxing those eyes, your cheeks, releasing any tension that you have, your nose and lips, your tongue and jawbone, your chin and throat. Notice your collarbone and your chest, feeling your chest rise and fall with each and every breath. Your shoulders, both shoulders, fully relaxed. Notice your upper arms and your elbows that may be resting on your mat. Your forearms and wrists. Now the back of your hands, the palms of your hands, fingers and thumbs. Full awareness at your abdomen, your ribs, as they move with your breath, your side body. Now your heart center. Full awareness at your heart center, as if there is a golden flame of light, like a candle flame, right behind your breastbone, illuminating you. If you wish, slowly fold your palms over your heart center. Breathe more deeply into that space now. Concentrating on those deep, full breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Silently repeat your affirmation with a positive emotion that you have chosen today. I am thankful. I am blessed. I am loved. I am grateful. I am that. Even deeper breathing now. As your head relaxes, you wish you can float it from side to side. I am that. If you wish now, reach up behind you and expand your whole body. Breathe your whole body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Exhaling. Hugging your knees to your chest. Hugging yourself. Affirming yourself with your positive emotion as you do. I am thankful. If you're lying down, gently roll over to one side, and when you're ready, press up to be seated. I am so thankful for you and the time that you took today to spend with me. I hope that this has been rejuvenating and restoring and a blessing to your day. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today.